Hi, and welcome to Astro Bites for Thursday, the 5th of September, 2024. Well, the moon is now well and truly in the sign of Libra, and there are not many aspects that are that different from yesterday, the 4th. But what's interesting today is the moon, which can represent the collective and the people, comes up to conjunct not only Lilith, but the South Node and Venus as the day progresses. I find this super interesting because in turn, these energies are going to be triggered by the moon. The moon is going to trigger, first of all, Lilith. So if you think about it, Lilith is like dark moon Lilith, the dark night of the soul, the shadow. So there could be energies around today, Thursday, again with regard to friendships, relationships, business partnerships, that really demand some kind of closure and discussion. It's like, unless you can get beyond that, you can't reach what the North Node is trying to draw you into your future destiny. You can't reach it if you don't bring the closure into the situation with the business partner, the work colleague, the love partner, the, friendship. There has to be some kind of closure with this energy. And because Neptune is at 28 degrees retrograde in Pisces, and thus really kind of loosely opposite all these heavenly cosmic bodies, it's bringing in a little bit of the confusion and the disinformation and the not knowing. This is about really having to think of that sun in Virgo. If you have a tricky situation going on, it might be an idea to write everything down and look for your evidence. Be your own detective. If someone is being a little bit tricky, elusive, slippery, we've got that Saturn in Pisces, and Saturn in Pisces retrograde now at 16 degrees is kind of highlighting the fact that structure needs to be given to that which is out of control or out of bounds. So there's something here about having to really kind of nail down this constructive energy. And Pluto, of course, is still trining Uranus. We've got this ongoing trine and sextile between Pluto to Neptune, Uranus to Neptune, and Pluto to Uranus. This is giving the whole planet an astrological energy of the next few months support. Yes, things are going to get kind of explosive, extraordinary, change, the unexpected. We could easily see problems with weather, earth tremors, earthquakes, with this kind of quite vibrant energy. And Neptune as part of this mix would kind of indicate there could be, that it could bring in some kind of big earthquake that's actually under the ocean. And this might create some kind of tsunami. And I'm not trying to alarm anyone because the energy is good. So I don't see it as something being negative and terribly devastating. I think it's like we are looked after. There is a good energy or a good angel taking care of us around what the planet might be stirring up. So that is the energy that is around today. So remember, it's still kind of focused on relationship. And if you want to get whatever sort of relationship it is to that next stage, then you need to take some risks. Libra and Aries are cardinal. They are proactive. Do something. Take the initiative. Now, I'm going to move on to our word for the day for Thursday, the 5th of September. Well, this is an interesting one. So, courage. It reminds me of The Wizard of Oz. And someone will tell me in the chat, but I can't remember whether it was the lion or the straw man or the tin man that wanted a heart. But the lion, we know, wanted courage. In fact, they all wanted courage. How much courage have you got? Are you able to initiate what might be being suggested by today's astrological energies? You know, Ambrose Redmoon, who I have to admit I've never heard of, but these are the quotes I got up, says, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear." It's like the well-known self-help book of about 40 years ago by an author called Susan Jeffers called "Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway." You know, if we don't have fear going into difficult, challenging, fearful situations, on some level, we're not really being totally honest or honest with ourselves, because there's another quote here I've just seen by E.E. Cummings. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. Now, I like that one. And then there's another one here, which is by Mary Ann Radmacher. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, "I will try again tomorrow." And let's just see if there's anything else with these quotes about courage, because they're actually super helpful, aren't they? Actually, this is quite nice. John Wayne. Courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyway. That's like an old Arabic proverb, which is, have faith in God or Allah, but tether your camel. Think about it. Have faith in God, but tether your camel. Interesting. And that's probably, yes. So, yes, it says at the bottom here, it's about facing fear to persevere in the face of adversity. So if you come up against something today that makes you a little bit fearful, a little bit anxious, try and remember this conversation. It is not the strength of the body that counts, but the strength of the spirit. That's J.R.R. Tolkien. And then Minion McLaughlin said, the only courage that matters is the kind that gets you from one moment to the next. So, you know, it's really interesting doing these words of the day and doing the research for just information that could be helpful, to make us think, to make us, just take risks. There's a lovely phrase in Susan Jeffers' book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, which is about take risks and grow. Because if we don't take risks, nothing changes. Yes, we need courage to take those risks. But if you don't take risks, nothing will change. So let's leave it on that note. Take risks and grow. And thank you so much for joining me here for yet another Astro Bite. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow with yet another Astro Bite. Bye for now.